Gary, well, it was an interesting game tonight. I mean, there was, from our perspective, a lot of positives. You were able to give a lot of the squad some more minutes, which will eventually help us throughout the season, I would do, or what's left of the season anyway.
Yeah, there was a few changes for Saturday, but a lot of them were enforced on me. Callum Crane couldn't have played tonight. Craig Thompson was 50-50, so we couldn't take any risks with Craig. You know, we've only really got one recognised right back at the club. Callum Mantell's played every minute of every game. Yeah. I thought it was a chance to give him a break and to get Goody some game time. You know, he's been there every week. And if anything happens to Callum in the playoffs, it was good to get Goody some minutes. But you know, Callum's played, I think Andrew worked out 1,200 minutes, albeit as a goalie. And that was the reason that Robbie and Uzi never started the game tonight. For outfield players, they've played over 1,000 minutes since we came back. So we have to try and get them out, try and keep a little bit of freshness. And then we also have to try and get some game time into Blair and Jamie Dishington as well, who's been there but not really started any games for us. So, no, there was a lot of positives. You know, I don't think there was a lot in the game. The thing that I stressed to the players was, you know, we're not here for a jolly. We're here to try and make sure we finish second, and we wanted to finish second by getting a positive result. Albeit, you know, we had a narrow defeat 2-1, but we have finished second. So that's an achievement in itself. And we've got minutes into players, and we've got some players, hopefully by not taking a risk with them tonight, they'll be fully fit for Saturday. So all in all, you know, it's worked out okay for us, but I would still rather have not lost the game.
Yeah, I thought Edinburgh City responded very well to the goal that we lost, because Dishington put on some great pressure onto the centre back and then closed down the keeper. Eventually a bit of mix-up, but again, Jamie got the goal.
No, that's right, and if you don't go and close that down, you know, the mistake doesn't happen. So great that Jamie put the pressure on, we got the goal, and then we came on top, and Josh had a great shot that hit the post and just came back at such a speed that Jamie couldn't convert it. But we should be getting to half-time again, and this is what I've touched base with the players. It's about the game management that, you know, even if you just look at the last couple of weeks, Stirling Albion 0-0 at half-time at 46 minutes and we lose a goal. Today 1-1 at 46 minutes and we lose a goal. Well, we'll have to learn for that, because now we're going into, if you want, cup football, two-legged cup semi-final, and if you don't manage the game better and you make those mistakes that we've made, then there's no coming back for it now at this stage of the season. So you have to learn, and I can speak to them until I'm blue in the face, but you know, when you're on the pitch, you know when you're getting close to half-time, you know that you've got to see that out. So that's something that we've got to learn. Yeah,
in terms of the second half, it was pretty eaksy-peaksy, Phil. Both teams giving as good as they got.
Yeah, it was, and you know, then we made a couple of changes and tried to get a bit of freshness on, and then Lairdy felt his hamstring tighten up, so you know, we had to give a debut to Johnny Jarran. So great that Johnny's actually got on, you know, coming through the youth system, and what a pressurised game for him to go into, you know, 2-1 away. But he slotted in there, you know, and then at the end, Conrad he got one and he had to play on because we never had any more outfield subs, you know, and that wasn't me being clever or only wanting to bring down that. I'm being honest. Tonight we had 6 players that couldn't have played and a couple that I had to leave out because we were 50-50. So that squad that was here tonight was as strong as we could have brought, apart, as I say, for Callum Mantell and maybe taking a risk with Craig Thompson.
And looking now forward to Saturday, we're up at Elgin Saturday and down at Ainsley Park obviously on the Tuesday night. So what's your thoughts going into that game?
No, listen, the games that have happened. You know, I'll look back at the games against Elgin, they'll look back at the games against us. You'll try and dissect what you done well, what you never done so well. But I think, you know, we go into the game in confidence. But the previous results don't mean that we're going to beat Elgin again. Yes, we'll beat them twice since we came in, but that doesn't mean we're going to win. We're expecting a tough game. They've got a great result tonight. Their confidence will be back high. You know, I think that was a 4th game in 7 days. So to go and beat Queen's Park, when you've had that schedule, they deserve an enormous amount of credit after having a setback on Saturday against themselves. So they've got good players, as I've said, they've got good squad, good management, difficult game. Nothing between us and the playoffs, you know, ourselves, Stranraer, Elgin, did we all finish on 38 points, is that right?
Yeah.
So that tells you it's goal difference. So there's nothing between the three of us, and then obviously you're going to have Dumbarton or Clyde joining us for the league above. So it'll be, I think, who turns up on the day, who makes the least mistakes, who manages the game best, all of these sort of things, who gets the least injuries, who's got the most freshness in their squad, who's got the biggest squad available. A lot of things will come into deciding it, but as I say, We go in there in good heart. You know, the players should take confidence that they've finished second in the league. They've been the best team, the second best team behind Queen's Park. And we go into the game and we'll see what the first leg brings up at Elgin on Saturday.
Yeah, both as a player, yourself and a manager, and I know you're obviously not going to give away too much in an interview, but in terms of how you prepare now teams, your squad, to get the best out of them, to get them to peak at the important moments. Yeah,
that's right. But again, and this is me being honest with you, I'm not lying in the interviews. I need to see who's fit. I need to see how the ones that are 50-50 respond. I need to see the couple that we picked up tonight, how they are. There's no point in me having a formation in my head that I want to play if I've not got the personnel to play it. So first and foremost, we need to give them to Thursday till we're at training and see what we've got, and then we have to plan on Thursday and Friday about how we're going to go and try and get a positive result at Elgin. I'm never one to set up to try and get a draw or a narrow defeat or something up at Elgin. We've got to set up to try and win both games. Whether we can win both games or not, I don't know. But we've got to certainly set up to try and win both games. But us and Elgin are a good team, and what I can say is we'll need to be at our best to get through the tie. Yeah. But we're looking forward to it. We've got to look forward to it. You just reminded that to the players when we all came together 6.5 weeks ago. We were 5 points outside the playoffs. We're into the playoffs now. We'll finish second in the league. Embrace that and try and push on. Our target was to get in the playoffs. We've done it. Now our target's to try and get into League One. To get to League One, we've got to beat a very good Elgin team over 2 legs.
Yeah, and in terms of looking back on last season, now they are in a playoff that they can actually, make sure that they can take the positives from that and push on to hopefully get into the final.
Definitely, but as I say, Elgin will be feeling the same, Stranraer will be feeling the same, and Clyde and Barton will be feeling the same. So it's about who can handle the pressure. You do become pressurised. Obviously, there are no crowds, but they're big games. You get that extra spring in your step. Who can get the ball down and pass it the best? Who can create the most chances? Who can limit the opposition to few chances? Who's got to make the least mistakes? Who can defend set plays the best? There's a multitude of things that you've got to get right going into these games. So obviously, we will look at all of that and we'll try and pick a team to win the game. I can honestly say, I don't know what I've been a manager, 260, 270, I've never set up a team not to go and try and win a game.
Yeah.
But there's different ways that you can win a game, there's different formations that you can play. We've played 5 formations over the last 5 or 6 weeks, and at different parts they've all worked and at different parts they've not worked. So, I need to analyse what I think's the best going forward, and you deal with the first leg and you don't worry about the second leg because you don't know who's going to be available for the second leg, you know what's going to happen in the first leg. So the first game is now our cup final, and that takes place on Saturday, and we're all looking forward to it.
Another fascinating insight into match preparation, guys.
It is.
Thank you very much.
No worries.
Thank you.
Cheers.